In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make some changes to your new PLN so that you can begin to customize it and begin to make it your own. So these are some very basic suggestions, and remember that this is a part of you familiarizing yourself with your PLN, familiarizing yourself with WordPress, and slowly beginning to build up your confidence. So think back to all of those readings that you engaged with and that you shared in week 2 about the importance of remaining engaged, the importance of self-efficacy, self-direction, understanding that things won't necessarily go right the first time you try something. So it's about perseverance as well. Okay, so to do this, you need to go to your new PLN, and mine is called ecoplearning.wordpress.com. And this will take me to my home page of my PLN. And what is really nice to see is that over the years, WordPress has really simplified the process of being able to edit and interact with your PLN and actually customize it, which is really good. So at the moment, you've got the fairly generic information there, well, the very generic information that WordPress sort of leaves on your site when you create it. But what we want to do now is start making some changes. And you'll see down at the bottom right-hand side, it actually says Customize. And if you were to click on that, it takes you to what is called the dashboard of your WordPress site. And dashboard is where you can make changes to it as the administrator of it. Now, there are lots of different things here. So you've got a site for your title, a title for your site, sorry. You've got some information that you can add in here, and you can also add your first blog post as well. So remember that the key difference between a PLN and a website is this aspect here, this idea of being a blog as well as information. So you can start to interact with people and share information. Okay, so we'll just make a few really basic changes to this, and then what I'd like you to do is begin to make some other changes that are sort of a bit more self-directed. So the first thing that we'll do is we're going to change the title of our site. So you'll see here there's a little icon that looks like a pencil. I'm just going to click on that, and in the dashboard on the left-hand side it says Site Title, and I'm going to change mine to ecop learning. Okay, so that's going to be the title of my PLN. And on the left-hand side as well, you've got tagline. So a tagline is sort of a short and snappy statement, telling your viewer what your PLN is about. And I'm going to say mine is going to be about communities of practice. Excellent. So that's good for me for the moment on that information. Up at the top of the dashboard it says Save and Publish, so I'm going to click on Save and Publish, and that should now be out there on the web. So if I was to click on ecop learning, does that change anything? No. Okay, on the left hand side here on the dashboard where it's got the cross, I'm just going to cross out of that. And that takes you back to your home page, and it's now showing those particular changes. Okay, so the site's called ecop learning, and the tagline is e-communities of practice. Okay, I want to just go and add some other things into this now, and I'd actually like to add my first post to it. So up at the top, you've got this icon here, which looks like a little pencil in a box. I'm going to click on that, and this is going to be my first post on my blog. So I'm going to say, welcome to my PLN, and then I'm going to click underneath this information here, and I'm going to say, welcome, I'm going to write, not say, welcome to ecop learning. A PLN about learning spaces. Now, your PLN isn't necessarily going to be about learning spaces. It can be about whatever you want, and you're not really, nor are you setting yourself, it's not as though you can't change this later on. What I want you to do, though, is actually create your first post and post it to your PLN. So once you've done that, on the left-hand side here, it's got publish. I'm just going to click on publish. Excellent. And then I'm going to click on ECOP Learning here. And there we go. So we've got ECOP Learning, we've got my first post, okay? And the really great thing is that when somebody comes in and looks at that, they can actually leave a comment on your post, and therein starts the interaction. So in this video, I've shown you how to change the title of your site, how to add your tagline, and how to create your first post.